Alright guys, so we are about to get the biggest update in Dragon Ball Legends history that's going to, quote, blow every update out of the water. And that's a quote from Dragon Ball Legends themselves. So let's talk about exactly when this is going to come out, and we are expected a preview here in just a few weeks in April. So very, very excited for this, guys. People are calling this Dragon Ball Legends 2.0. I do want to show you guys a quick video as we talk along. This is a great video by Weber over on X. So this shows multiple things. This shows landscape mode, number one. It shows PS5 controllers, but mainly here, the whole point of this is stage destruction. Check this out, guys. It's actually very, very cool. As you can see, Super Vegeta is about to land in Ultimate, or actually Majin Vegeta is about to land in Ultimate, and it's going to destroy the stage. So, by the way, landscape mode is very, very doable. We're going to be talking about battle expansion in just one bit, but check this out, guys. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. I think this is so easy to pull off as well. Like, this is not like hard to pull off whatsoever, like stage destruction. It's really not that hard. We're in 2025. I've seen mobile games do way crazier stuff than this, but I'll be completely honest with you guys. This update is very, very necessary. I mean, Dragon Ball Legends needs to shake things up, and I know they need to shake things up. They can't keep the same stale type of gameplay 24/7 for 7 years straight. They just cannot do that. So this update is planned for sometime in the 7th anniversary or right before, and the preview is April in just a few weeks. And you guys already know I'm going to keep you guys updated here, but let's check this out really quick, guys. They are going to suspend services for certain iOS devices just because they want higher memory requirements. As you guys can see here, memory requirements 4.0 gigabytes of RAM or more. So, although this does suck, it seems to be necessary because they follow up here saying, although this means raising the required device specifications, the Legends team is looking into new characters. We're going to be talking about that. Looking into new characters, battle expansions, graphical updates, and much more that will justify this decision. So basically three or four main things to talk about here. Battle expansion is the number one. We just showed off stage destruction. What can battle, those two words, that little phrase, battle expansion, what could that mean? Where they have to, where you have to run a stronger phone pretty much, right, with higher memory. So, I made a list here, and you guys can check this out. And if you guys want to chip in, by all means, chip in and see if you can find anything else where it could mean maybe something I don't have written down here. So number one is giant battles. I mean, we just saw a giant Goma, in Daima, and there's plenty of other giant battles. I'm not here to name every single giant character. I'm just saying, like, battle expansion. In order to add a giant character in Dragon Ball Legends, you actually physically need to expand the battle itself, right? You can't just keep the same. If you just take a look at Kurapika Samasu, right? Kurapika Samasu is huge. As a matter of fact, they did technically expand the screen once. I think it's when they released Kurapika Samasu. He was way too big, so they backed up the screen a little bit. I think it was like a few years back, of course, but yeah, I mean, if it's a giant, obviously they're gonna have to like shake things up for a brand new game mode of some sort. Stage destruction is something we just showed, and we could tie that straight into stage transitions. Stage transitions would be something very similar to this, where maybe if you do a dual impact, right? Like stage destructions, it makes sense if you do a ulti or a super, right? And it lands and destructs the stage. That makes sense. Stage transitions, the way they can make that, it's actually very simple. It's either beam clashes or dual impacts, which happens very frequently, right? The winner knocks the enemy to a second form of the stage. Like, let's just say right here we're in the ice glaciers. The next thing you know, we go to like another place where it's ice glaciers, but there's like a waterfall of some sort, right? Like water stage. So, and that's just an example, of course, but very doable. By the way, all these are very doable. It's not like it's not doable whatsoever. Now, something else that I've seen that I think is unlikely here is going to be ground battles. I just saw this getting tossed around, so I'm just going to mention it here. Technically speaking, that's not battle expansion. That's battle. What would be the word for this? That's battle, different battle style, right? It's not expanding the battle itself. These three up here that I showed you is expanding the battle. Also, something else that does literally expand the battle is landscape mode. So You know, it's funny because there's actually a glitch on this where you can play the game landscape mode. It actually looks very, very beautiful, but of course it's not fine-tuned like this where everything is just like catered towards. This is of course like a mod of some sort where, you know, they even show off like a PS5 controller schemes here, which actually looks pretty cool. Like square, strike, X, you know, you guys get the point. So landscape mode is something people have been wanting for a very long time. Maybe landscape mode for giant battles. I think they would, that would be perfect, right? Let's just say we have giant battles, but like the only way you can play that is landscape mode, because as you guys can see, more fits on the screen. Like, look at this, so much more space to fit on the screen. So that would also be a brand new game mode, right? So most of this will be previewed, or some of this will be previewed April, which is in just a few weeks from now. Now, also something very interesting, guys, is that they did say here, and of course, let me just clarify that they did say here, in order to make a memorable one, we are working on a super large scale update that will blow every previous updates out of the water. So they literally quoted that, right? They literally said that. And then they go on to say, unfortunately, we cannot share the details with you yet, but we plan to gradually provide this information around April, which is in a few weeks, right? Or actually a few days. So any day now, we could see a preview, right, for this. But if we just go back here, before battle expansion, they also say here new characters. The team is looking into new characters. So this kind of screams out to me two things: giants or new mechanics, or just new characters. Like, why would they say new characters? Like, why do you need to upgrade your device for new characters, right? Maybe it's more heavy because it's a giant character, right? Or a special new mechanic, right? And they also say graphical updates. So maybe, you know, it's pretty obvious stuff that graphical updates will need a stronger phone. So, and much more they say here that will justify this decision. So, much more, maybe a new game mode, right? A new game mode. Something I would personally like to see in Dragon Ball Legends 2.0 is much more love for Charlotte, the mascot of Dragon Ball Legends. I would love, by the way, check this out, very cool stuff. I would absolutely love a Super Saiyan God Charlotte that's playable. We've seen this character already. Maybe a Super Saiyan 4 Charlotte, not Let, right? This is the regular, or Charlotte. Or, you know, the red hair, like a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but Super Saiyan 4 Charlotte. So, you know, new stuff for Charlotte. Besides transformations itself, I want to see like a specific, maybe like a little free roam. Oh, I forgot to add this here. Free roam, right? Maybe a little free roam gameplay, which Charlotte would have to expand the battle. However they do it, right? Like a new game mode for free roams. So we'll see. I'm actually very curious. I'm going to keep my eyes out on this like every single day for the month of April. Like, I'm going to be straight on top of this. So if you guys do want to keep getting updated here 24/7, everything Dragon Ball Legends, or people are saying now Dragon Ball Legends 2.0, just simply like the video, subscribe, and turn on those notifications, and I promise you guys, you will never miss a beat. But with that being said, hopefully you guys have a blessed day, and I'll catch you guys once again on the next one. Have a good one. Peace.